Okay, so we have our first game between Challe and Aizamk versus Mitoe and Kaiserklein. The matchup will be British and China versus Japan and Germany on the map Arkansas. This map has trading posts, so it's favorable for Germans. A good map. Uh, Germany likes to have their trading posts for the XP to get their shipments faster and all that stuff. I need to turn off friend foe colors because otherwise you won't be able to tell who is who. Let me quickly check if the bar is okay. It's a little bit, yeah, that should be good. In chat, everything okay. In the On the left side of the map, we have Kaiserklein as Germany, Mitoe as Japan, and on the right side we have Aizamk as the Chinese, and Challe as the British. Let me quickly check the map. One mine, two mines, two. Yeah, that one is a little bit far, but that's fine, I guess. And this is too loud.
Yes, yes.
Um, Mine. That one is considerably far. This one is also far, but they do have they do have two mines. Hunts, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Japan doesn't need hunts. Like he has three, so that's I guess it's fine. This is a little bit further, but it's okay. The start. We have a gold start for all the players, so no trading posts early on for Germany, which will slow them down a little bit, um, like maybe a second or 10. Um, but they will get their trading post in transition. A little bit of treasure congestion, yeah, whatever. For a 70 food treasure. If Japan gets it, it's a quite nice boost for the age up as Mitoe is chopping for his consulate. The second hero for Mitoe also here, so and Germany got it. And he could have snared the hero, but yeah, I guess they just want to scout a little bit over here. What about the matchup itself? Germany, Japan. What can Japan do? Lately, the meta has a little bit changed for Japan. They can, because of the maps being like a little less hunt based, the newer maps, which caused them to like start rushing with clubs and massing Yumis early on with a little bit less eco and going 2 vills instead of um, more eco based with Kami. But Mitoe here chose to go for the Porch Consulate early on with the gold start, dropping down a shrine for 102 wood right now instead of 107, being a little bit of a buff. Shrines costing 5 wood less, resulting in a 5 wood less cost in with the Port Consulate. What have the players picked up? 40 food, coin. Nothing really big except for the 60 wood treasure for Chalet, but yeah, other than that, not much. Um, Noting here that Aizamk is aging really fast. He threw down his wonder like about 20 seconds ago. And Chalet being on 16 vills right now, but not aging yet. So I assume that they attributed Aizamk to the next age. That he tributed some foods for Aizamk to age fast. And we see a Vil going forward, probably gonna throw down the village for shipments to arrive. I would expect to see Ace drop down a trading post as well for faster shipment income. And then we're gonna see like a pretty fast pressure off of China alone. Chalet not really aging, looking to age yet, but 400 food away right now. He's gonna be like yeah, aged at 36 minutes, but not really getting scouted yet. And also, I don't think he scouted the Wonder yet. Let me quickly see. Oh, Yeah, it's a different combination. Yeah, I'll look into it later. Interesting strategy here. Um, I was talking about the matchup, but there's so much going on to tell. But China, most of the time in a 2v2, they want to get into Fortress because their Fortress army is so much better than their H2. The only thing that's really nice about the H2 army is that it's pretty cheap, and you can mass like a lot of units early on, which makes them kind of cost effective, and they can do quite a lot of damage early on. But later on in H2, like the um, most of the units just are inferior. And we see 7th step coming out, gonna put pressure on the German TC. I'm gonna force like an idol off of Kaiser, but all of his Huns are pretty well herded, so he's not gonna really idle that many fills, and he's gonna just get his crates up for free because of the trees also providing like a little bit of a wall. And he's gonna throw down a Rex in response. Um, And right now, they saw that Challe is not aging, not aged yet, so they have to know that it's like a feed kind of build. So I'm worried how they're gonna respond to this. Nine pikes coming out now. He wants to put those on something to siege. That's quite important, like a market, the house. You can't siege down the TC. There's no use in doing that. You just want to force Germany to spend wood on buildings and not on units. But Kaiserklein throwing down a wall as a defense, which is gonna block like most of the cav units that China has. And also to mention, China cav in H2 is probably one of the worst heavy cavalry units in the game. The only thing they can do really well is tank, which most of the time um, is like with a big ball of light infantry mass. But as you can see, he only has six Shukanus in the back. Now 8 Shukanus being shipped to the village on the right side. I'm gonna come down and help with this ball of um, stuff, basically. But these crossbows can actually pick away at these pikemen and just outrange pretty much anything that China can throw at him. Because in a straight up fight, Chukunus are just significantly worse than crossbows. Um, but like in a big mass, like with 20 or 30, then it starts to even out a little bit because of the the overkill and attack move being a thing. Um, he's gonna pick up a Vil, which is quite nice. And in the back of this, Challe has aged and has thrown down 2 Rexes and Pike and making some Pikemen. Not sure if Pikemen is the right decision here. I would have liked to see him throw down his table and go Hussar, as Aizamk already has a lot of pikemen. We're gonna see a little bit of a fight, but I don't think those step riders are gonna do that much. A little bit, some Ashigarus coming out. 5 Ashigaru shipment, no, or just being trained. And these pikemen are gonna get in snare mode, but if Kaiserklein decides to throw down a stable, which he has already, and ships 700 gold, and then goes like a little bit of Ulan mass, then these pikes are going to be much needed, and he can't just go in and throw those away. He kind of needs to save them. Challe going into longbow pike right now. We also have a little raids going down on the right side of the map. But these Ulans are quite annoying because there are no Hussar on the map, and Germany can just rally their 2 Ulans constantly at the opponent's TC. And as you can see, oh, nice trying to cut off, but the bows from the consulate coming out, and then also the Ashigars from the Rexes. And he's gonna... Oh, it's the pikemen snaring the crossbows, and then those longbows just firing away, which is quite a nice trade. But they need to make sure that they don't waste units like this. Like one Ulan snaring this entire army is really annoying because he has to. Longbows can't really kite, and then 10 Rattan shields coming out. But I don't know if there are enough anti-heavy infantry to kill all those Ashigarus. Also, the trees blocking like the Ulans in general. But it looks like they're gonna be okay because the Chukunus aren't really getting killed by those Ulans, and they're chasing the longbowmen. But more Ulans coming in, they're gonna try to block these Rattan shields and clean up the shipment. But I think Japan and Germany have held, and right now the economic population is in favor of Challe and Aizamk, but now Mitoe and Kaiser just have momentum, and they're gonna lose their FB. They're gonna lose these Rexes. They have to throw down like the entire infrastructure, and Aizamk is not really anywhere close to aging right now. And then he's gonna be stuck in H2 for like a little while. We can see 3 Rexes coming down for Challe. He, not forgetting to mention, Exotic Hardwoods has been shipped as a second card. I guess that's greedy. Could have been like an H2 shipment. Maybe it could have been Virginia Company to boom like a little bit more. But yeah, this rush was okay, but it didn't do that much damage. A little bit of idle time for Germany, and then maybe a little bit of HP of the consulate. But other than that, not that much, and pretty well held by Mitoe and Kaiser. So what do you do here as China? You kind of want to go H3 in general. A little Ashirate here on the side, finding those vills. These shrines being really annoying. Like he can't hurt this, and he's gonna lose like 3 or 4 vills right there. China wants to go H3, but he's nowhere close to H3, and now he has to hold like this big ball of Ulans and bows and dops. And I think Kaiser off of this, like with this little push, the full combo can just go H3 and then Skirmisher, War Wagon, even Jaegers or something, and then push again. Mitoe is right now on 100 shrine population with Kami, but I think he can still boom. And Challe not really reacting right there. Um, and those, do they have anti-cav? Yeah, he has like 5 pikes. No, more pikes incoming. Those Ulans are all caught. Like he lost like 5 Ulans for like a few vills. I guess that's in the end it's worth it because those Ulans are not that useful right now unless they have like a veterancy upgrade or something. They're mostly like a tank, and yeah, they can kill those longbows, but then they need more anti pikeman stuff. Maybe Yumi or some skirms. Like the Brit and China did a good job, like just shielding off this little push. But Kaiser is now up to the Fortress Age, and we're probably going to see like skirmishers mixed in or Jaegers. As you can see, he's stacking up a lot of gold, so I'm guessing that he's just going to ship it right away. I would like to see Mitoe boom like a little bit harder. Just like throw down some shrines over here, like 4 or 5 shrines, like a vill or 2. Which can result in like a little bit more eco. These shrines getting cleaned up on the left side of the map. I would like to see him throw down a tower or something because he knows, Mitoe knows that he's gonna be hunting there. Like there's no other hunt that's not that exposed, so he can just like throw down, sense like 7 Ashis and just annoy him and kill vills that are on that map, on that mine or hunt. The economic the economic population is in favor of Kaiser right now. It's evened out a little bit because of the settler wagons. I think it was not on recalculate, so probably had like a little bit of wrong idea there. Training more Ulans. Is there a Rex? Oh, 1,000 wood. Okay. And some skirms being made, which is also fine. I would like to. Yeah, in this case, he's just massing longbows and pikemen, but I don't see how with the current like composition that they have right now is how are they gonna kill this big ball of ashes and Ulans? And I would like to see the vet upgrade though. And Kaiser is stacking a little bit of resources. Um, maybe not having the military building suspended, but then just drop down a second rack so I get some map or anything else. Mitoe gathering on the berries on the top side of the map and putting down a tower, which results in him not having to send like the cherry orchards. It's like basically a free card going up there, and it only costs like 250 wood and 100 gold, so that's quite nice for him. What is in queue? I don't think they should fight this, because first of all they don't have the vet upgrade, and those longbows are in a pretty good position. He has a lot of pikemen, but I don't think he should be fighting with the Ulans yet. Just kite. You just have to kite them. As you can, those pikemen just melting. Those Ulans still alive, but no vet upgrade yet. He did buy 200 wood now. Oh, the vet upgrade came in. Maybe a little bit too late actually, but I think he can just go in right now. All the pikemen are gone. He has like a few musketeers and a few quang pikemen, and I think he can just crush this entire army. But probably wanting to wait, like a 9 Ulan shipment or a calf combat shipment. He did ship the cavalry hit points, so which makes up for like the little nerf that's Ulan's got. And a really aggressive town center right here. Not really protecting anything except for the wood, I guess. It's quite far from the mine, it's quite far from the hunt. Other than that, it doesn't really protect anything. Yeah, it provides line of sight, I guess. But I would rather just put it on the mine or on the hunt and not somewhere near it, I guess. I would like to see A's age actually. I guess 700 gold is gonna come in for him, and then because he stacked like 1,200 food, so he'll be aging up. It's gonna take another minute or so though. But those Hulans are gonna find like 20 vills right here, and he's not reacting. And those pikemen need to get in right now. Challe also shipped sawmills. Interesting card, pretty boomy card, but in exchange for his vills that are alive, he just sacrificed like his entire pike mass. Not sure if that was worth it. And he can't. The armies are like in two different places, and Brits is getting isolated, and those Ulans are just gonna smack away at those longbows, and he's probably gonna lose like all of them. With those skirms certainly in the back, he's gonna just clean up this entire pike army, and then Mitoe is gonna come in from the back, but I don't know if it's actually gonna be enough. Well, I'm just looking who's gonna win this fight. I'm not sure actually, but those skirmishers do have a lot of HP, and those Chukunus don't really do that well against the Chus. The Triton do well against the skirms, and those Ulans, like he only needs like 2 or 3 to snare this army and then let the skirms kill it. But I think we're probably gonna see GG right here because Challe doesn't have map. He's out of funds. He lost like 20 kills. Good game. There was a lot of things I didn't mention, um, um, but there's so much going on that it's quite hard to keep track of. Yeah, the map's it's quite big, but it's not the 3v3 sized map. So it's gonna be 1-0 for Mitoe and Kaiserklein. Uh, well played, well held. As we can quickly see, most resources Mitoe, despite having like a low shrine count. Um, yeah, but so you can see here 340 age up. It's okay. What do you gain here? You gain a fast shipment, like 7 step, but you have to realize that once those 7 steps are out and you put them on the TC, um, if Kaiser uh, aged late, then I can guess that he can't get his racks up immediately, but he can still ship 8 bows and have like a lot of more eco than Ace because he probably skipped the Vils in the beginning, which and also a little bit of Vils like trying to get his mass out. Um, yeah, in general, I think this sling builds can work, but maybe on a smaller map and maybe um, with the trading post. I would have loved to have Ace have like a trading post right there. Um, anyway, this was a good game, uh, but yeah, I think just playing standard and just adapting to what you see can just hold this quite easily. Um, maybe as they mentioned, the map was quite is quite big, but I think that longbow pike in this case isn't that good of a choice. I think China needs like a tank in front of it, not being step riders, but like imagine 10 hussars snaring the Germany army, and those Uhlans have to tank then for the infantry ball. But because of the nerf early on, those Uhlans don't do that well um, against those hussars. So I think hussar and then the China ball would have been a lot better choice. But yeah, how how do I see these donations? Uh, is this the right map?
Yes. Yes.
How do I turn down like the donation sound because that's really loud? I have no idea. Uh, I don't stream that often for ESOC. I just came in last minute. Let me see if I can find the donations. Hmm. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm sorry. Uh, Let me quickly put up the overlay again, but not with the timer. That's not necessary. Why did I? That's no reason to do that. Yes. The players are going for alternate picking right now, which means Mitoe and Kaiser pick a Civ first, and then the opponent's team can pick one as well as a counter pick, and then the second Civ will be chosen for, excuse me,
I
Mitoe and
have extra
Kaiserklein,
food.
and then Asian Challe can choose their Civ as well. Um, Also, not forgetting to mention um, that uh, imagine if Japan, if Maida chooses, for example, Brit and Kaiser France, they can still switch around who plays the Civ. Uh, so it's not like a mental thing, like Kaiser's French is really good, but Maito's isn't. Um, don't be fooled.
Are you ready?
Um, Yeah, so we're gonna see a little bit of juggling of civs here, I think. Like probably just talking down what's going on. Yeah, the donation came in twice because it was on two scenes, so I turned off the sound. Wait, what? Euro Dutch and French Dutch. Okay, interesting. Um, on Hudson Bay. Well, the thing is that Euro Cav is wood based. It's wood and food, and French Cav early on H2 is gold food based, which is kind of an advantage for France, as wood gathers, of course, slower than gold. And Hussars being a little bit better than Kanya, in my opinion. Later on with the cards, they can really be a good calf unit, but I think in general, in early H2, that I would give the upper hand to France. But if Euro gets their TP up early on, which they can with 100 wood start, they just have to chop for it a little bit. They can rush pretty
Yes.
hard and put a lot of pressure on the Dutch, which can, in a mirror, because they're both playing Dutch, they can actually uh, let just one player boom, one player rushes, and then the booming Dutch just comes in later with like a huge eco and huge mass, and then can carry like the game for them. But the second game between Aizamk Challe and Kaiserklein Mitoe on Hudson Bay has just started. Let's check the map real quick. One mine, second mine, one mine, second mine. That's okay. That's also okay. Three TPs. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Okay. I guess the map's okay early on. For those who donated, thank you very much. I don't have the capability to see your names, but I can tell you already that ESOC is very grateful for your contribution to our tournaments, um, and I'll try to give you a shout out later on if I can find the list of donations. Um, we have Kaiser as French and Mito as Dutch, and on the other side we have Challe as the Iroquois and Aizamk as the Dutch. Um, Aizamk being a not so standard player, he likes to do some different stuff, throw people off guards, abuse stuff that not many people know, maybe a native or something, or going like a little bit of water with Dutch, which is not that standard. Um, both teams do have the water option, with fishing boats being a little cheap, um, now costing 70 wood. So even France can just drop a dock and make some boats if they're like out of food or need like a transition into a little bit more eco-based play. Um, the treasures on the map. Ace getting 135 XP treasure, but the scout of Kaiser scouting it and just doing a little bit more damage than usual, because of him hitting the 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 hero. But we see Ed Holland getting pretty low in HP actually. Um, he's gonna pick it up, but he might. Yeah, the scout just can just kill the hero. Um, he's gonna slap like 7 more times and then the hero is dead, which is gonna be a nice XP boost for him. And on the other side of the map, uh, France picked up another CDP treasure, which is gonna be a nice eco boost for him. Oh, but Azamk nicely attacking the outlaws on the treasure, which resulted shooting at the hero, and the scout didn't get the experience. So uh, yeah, his hero is dead, which is really annoying. But later on, when it's at 100 HP, his envoy, which is dead, cannot get it up. um, I guess his envoy died here near the treasure, where both heroes were, and now Mito and Kaiser can just start picking away those treasures. 160 XP is really nice boost for France as well, because it was what was it? A gold start, I guess. A gold start again. Yeah, it was a gold start. Um, so he doesn't have his TP yet, but he's gonna get it right now in transition. We see him getting 200 wood. Chalet already aged, and he's throwing down his warheads at home. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. Um, Aging fast has the um, advantage of having your warhead fast, and there are not no units on the map yet. So he can just put it like near his trading post and just gain map control. Even if you want to fast fortress off of this, which I would find weird. Wait, is this a feed build again? I'm confused. Wait, he aged with the fast age up, right? Yeah, that's normally a fast age up time. No, no, it's not a feed build. Um, most of the time, if you fast age, you either go for a pretty aggressive play, um, and if you fast fortress, you age um, with the eco cards, not like now cards, the crates, and then you have a fast age to the third age. But now, if he wants to age and decide to go fortress, then he's gonna have like a 120-second um, period that he has to age. When normally if you fast age, it's gonna be a little bit faster. Like I think it's uh, decreased now to 45 seconds, which it used to be 40. Not sure. Um, and he shipped 4 Kanya, but they arrived at his war hut, and now they're on the other side of the map, kind of doing nothing. Normally, if you would have like his war hut like over here, he would have been like 30 seconds faster in this base. Uh, Most people think that yeah, I can't send it because it's gonna arrive at home because my wallet's not gonna go up. You just delay the shipment. Um, the walking time from your TC to the trading post is absolutely more than 10 seconds. So you gain 10 seconds if you just delay 10 seconds. Um, that's my opinion, but not sure why he built it at home actually. I would have liked to see it like, gain a little bit more map control as Dutch doesn't really want to push out before Fortress. And French just gonna make Hussar to raid, but Dutch can counter that with their own Hussar, which you can see here. He dropped down the stable. Um, a dog going down for Challe, and he's making fishing boats. Um, okay, that can be a thing, but I would like to see him use his Forcania. Like, why would you ship Forcania if you're just gonna be idle in your base? You can think of it both ways. Like these Kanya can go and defend those 5 Hus, but the Ace is making 5 Hus himself. So they can defend the Hussar, and you can do damage. Like what's Dutch throwing down a Rex, so he's gonna have skirmishers and pikemen. So I would really like to see him raid with those. Um, use use uh, use the opportunity to do damage because Kaiser is probably just gonna do a 5 Hus semi or 10 Hus semi. Um, and then it's gonna have goons, and then those Kanya are just useless until he's fortressing, gets his first prowlers, and has to do like a calf switch again. But for now, he is gonna siege down these trading posts. And as I said, like imagine those 4 Kanya just being here on his TC. Then he has to send at least 4 or 5 of his Hus to get that. I wouldn't do that. If this hero snares the Kanya, he's gonna just slowing down, gonna be able to snare him, and he just has like 6 Aena right here. Ah! Yeah, he should go and see what's up. Like, does he have a scout? Does he have scouts still? I don't think so. Yeah, like I said, like okay, he has 5 Tomahawks coming now, but by the time they arrive here, he could have killed like this entire army like twice already. Um, he's playing with a lot of fire just to save his trading post. Okay, I know it's annoying to lose your trading post, but you can just rebuild it. Aizamk being up to the fortress age with 3 banks and 2 stables. A little bit of less banks, faster age up. Um, Probably gonna go for quite a fast push with some Reuter, with some Hyenas, and Challe having like pretty decent eco, 5 vil, 4 vil, and then the dog. Challe known for playing really greedy and eco based, but he's gonna lose his 3 Hus in exchange for 1 CDB, which is not worth it. They would have been a lot more useful if he actually had um, those with this army. But oh, um, Kaiser also has the native trading post on the top side of the map. He's gonna train Kree CDB out of here, which is actually basically 5 free CDBs that you can train. Um, and they pay off quite fast. And he also had like almost all the sheep, and he put them on the livestock pen. If they're gonna be fattened, he's gonna have a lot of resources, but he doesn't have the infrastructure yet to spam out of those, to spam the eco away that he has. Imagine if he can spam from 2 stables in a Rex if this those Kanya are gonna going on the skirms, but those skirms gonna kite, and he has 5 dragoons out right now, and those hussar can just kill actually this entire army. If the skirmishers Mitoe correctly on the tomahawk. So I don't think they can actually push yet. Aizamk spamming Reuter from double racks, double stable, and throwing down one more bank from his 1000 wood, and a TC on the mid side. I really like this. If you sacrifice like a bank or something, you have to either catch up a little bit for the opponent not sacrificing eco, but you need to be careful. They need to pay attention. And now with the 7 hyena shipment coming in and the bigger oh, and Dutch agent is 400 wood, and the caravel, I assume. Yeah, I think he did. That's the agent. But I would have liked like a fast agent actually, because that caravel is gonna be annoying, but it's not gonna kill the entire boat army. And 2 Falcons coming out for Kaiserklein, but not really that much to protect the Falconets, and they're just gonna die. He can just run in on them and just melee damage them and just kill the Falcons for free. Not sure if that was the best trade. He lost a lot of running. And another donation coming in, I'll mention it later. But now it's kind of looking good for Challe, and his hero is can also crack shot on the skirm. But Mitoe is spamming from 1 racks. Oh, that's an 8 skirm. Okay. I'm not really sure how this is going. The skirms can certainly push away the hyena right now, and the dragoons can certainly fight those riders, but they can fight, but they don't really train that well. The riders will kill this army, and they're shielding off the hyena quite nicely from this army. And Challe just continuously streaming in units, but I would like to see him age actually and not stay H2 for too long, because both Kaiser and Mitoe are H3 now, and he's gonna have the cards, but he's just gonna run his army in and probably gonna lose like the entirety of it, because Minutemen are also here, and the warrior's not doing that much damage to the skirmishers actually. I would like to see a Hussar switch from Ace actually. You can expect indeed the Cuirassiers, but I don't think he can actually do that with his current map control. Like, imagine 10 Hussar here just killing this entire army. Would be insane, especially when you stream in so many units. And you can Mitoe ship 3 Floyds, gonna put some pressure on the water, killing some more vills. But I think in general the water has already paid off. Kaiser also shipping his frigates, but like most of the advantage that Hero got from the water has already come in, I guess. He still has a decent eco without all these units, but he can't stop. He has to stop throwing away these units. And now 10 Hussar come in, but kind of late because the skirm mass is low, and the road is traded for the skirms, and the dragoons kind of in a good mass. He's gonna run his army in again. There's so much going on everywhere. But if he has, he needs to. If he sends 9 rotor right now, make some more, and then he can crush this entire army. No problem at all. But right now they just need to defend and let the hyena. He should just save his hyena. Or just maybe let the skirm siege a bit, buy some time. Eco quite on the same level, and Mitoe now getting the native trading post for decreased CDB, which is quite nice. Those Floyds still doing damage, killing all of the fishing boats and 3 floats from Aizamk coming in, but I'm not sure if they're gonna clean up everything that Mitoe and Kaiser have right now. 1 float on the left side, killing, denying the dog, and now the Hussar coming in. And now, if they micro correctly, they can kill this entire army. He needs to. The tree is blocking like all of the Hussar, which is quite nice. But those Hyena can still shooting the drones. They're doing a good job, and he's gonna maybe lose some kills as well on the right side. Not having enough drones right now. And if those Hussar get on the drones, they can just do fine and kill them. But 10 Kuroshis from Kaiser. Probably eating the sheep. Yeah, he ate the sheep and just spamming Curse away. Quite a nice switch. Yeah, I think the Huss switch was a little bit late. Like imagine this Huss switch like 2 minutes or 3 minutes ago, then they would have cleaned up the army, and then those Kuroshis wouldn't have done anything because of the Hussar tanking and then the Warriors in the back. A little bit of unfortunate timing. And what's going on the water? Aizamk trying to run away his Floyds, but they're gonna get cornered anyway on the left side, so he's gonna lose those. Not sure if it was worth it. I think at some point you just have to give up the water if you see that the opponent invested a lot of stuff. They both invested a frigate and a Floyd card, while Challe didn't even invest a single water card. So I think it's just better to get it to give it up, because France and Dutch at this point, they don't really need the water. They just need the map, as they can't both go water. The TC being finished now for Kaiser again, next to the trees, not covering anything. Yeah, it covers like nothing, just the trees, I guess. Which can be nice for later on in the game, but right now it would have been maybe easier to put it right there, or right here, so it can get control of the mine, the trade routes. A little bit risky, but if you put your army there, you can certainly get it up. And now the 30C also in the middle of nowhere, a little bit far from the mine, a little bit far from the hunt, but he can certainly hurt this, but then it's still far from the mine. But that's totally fine. Throwing down a dock now. Yeah, I guess you can. He has to transition into. His mines are running out, but those Warders gonna one-shot a CDP. But the Dragoons being here and the 10 skirms, he's gonna lose like maybe 3 or 4 CDPs. It's a nice raid, but in exchange for 10 Warders, maybe? And I guess he just needs to buy time, and Challe nowhere near aging. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I didn't see. Aizamk aged up to the industrial age and is now, yeah, he's industrial and he has factories up. Yeah, they're gonna creep ahead on eco right now, a little bit, because of Aizamk being industrial and having access to the factories and stuff. No Carabinier riders yet. And did a little raid from Challe in the back of the map, being really annoying. Not per se gonna kill Vils, but he's just gonna have so much idle time out of that. Quite a nice move. This is actually a nice play from them. They just have to buy time. Like they know they're ahead tech-wise right now. At least Aizamk is. So he just has to buy time for his mates to actually boom and get his stuff up. But I would really like to see Challe age. This is typical Challe play. Like stay H2 for 700 years and then age, and then yeah. An artillery fighter from Mitoe, not sure what it is for, and Aizamk gonna probably lose like 30 of his loiters right there. Being carried from here right now. Look at how cool those look. Yeah, the new skin's amazing. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if this skirm has is necessary per se. He has like 60 skirms, or what does he have? Yeah, he has 65 skirms. Why would you ever need 65 skirms in this case? You know that Aizamk just aged. You know he has like maybe maximum 50 warders. Why would you make 65 skirms and 3 coves? 3 coves to anticipate the heavy cannons, quite nice, but you know he's gonna ship the factories first as he's trying to buy time for him. If he really wanted to push out, then he would have just shipped the heavy cannons first, upgraded, and then went with less eco for the push. But that was not the case, so now those gendarmes getting caught, but they're gonna get saved by the frigate. Quite nice move. I would have liked to see like 40 scrims and then an age up out of Mitoe. The scores are in favor of Mitoe and Kaiser. Challe being on 120 score, but that is also because of Iroquois. Just in general, native civs have less score than European, because Dutch have like 70 million buildings, worth a lot of resources, which causes them to have like a little bit more score than other civilizations. Eco-wise, still in favor of Asian Challe. This TC has 4 idle vills in it. Not sure if you noticed it. Now it has 5 idle vills. And now 10 guard hussars here. And what anti-cav is there for Mitoe? A little bit card off guard actually. Really nice pickup. And he's gonna have, he has so much hussars right now. And those gendarmes are the only anti-cav right now for them. Aizamk also training heavy cannons out of the factories instead of shipping them. And he's gonna clean up this entire army. And now 10 dragoons coming in, but they're just gonna get slaughtered by these hussar and these wooded because they're industrial. And they're gonna lose all their map. The CDB is gonna have to run. He's gonna have no map at all, no capabilities to spam units. And Mitoe is now also stuck like in the 3rd age. Like he can't age because he has to spam units because he just lost all of it. Yeah, I think this is a really nice nice move by Ace, doing a huss switch embroider. And I think we're actually gonna see a GG here coming up, because there's not that much left for both teams.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait. Ace is just gonna keep streaming in units, and his eco is really good. He's not transitioned to mills yet, but I don't think he has to yet. He still has the map control with his TC in the middle of nowhere. But here he built a really aggressive artillery foundry. Probably gonna build out 5 petards and just siege his TC. And now the heavy cannon and the hussars can just kill these skirms. Kaiser trying to get a little bit of goon mass out to counter this, but I don't think he's actually gonna get enough units to protect everything to kill everything that Ace is throwing at them. We see they're cav combat guard hussars, and these are Caracol cavalry. They have 2 more heavy cannons coming in. Those are not from a shipment. Aizamk shipped infantry combats for no reason at all, because he has no infantry, but I guess Ace is Ace, so he can send it and still win the game. Does he even have to... Oh, he doesn't have 2 heavy cannons in his deck. Oh, that's interesting. Challe finally aged up after 23 minutes. And he's gonna now he's gonna be able to make force prowlers. Um, but Kaiser and Mitoe actually defending quite well. And the eco population for some reason has evened out a bit. Not sure how. And four culverins coming out. Wait, what? How did it not one shot them? Oh, okay, he split them both. Okay, that was really nice background. I would like to see Ace mixing in some horse guns to and just going Reuter horse cannon and a little bit of 10 Hus like to raid on the side. But we see walls going down for Mitoe, being only 150 HP. Not upgrading him yet as the wall build time has been increased by a lot. I think it's 200, it's double the build time, which is quite a nice nerf. Walls being a little bit too good lately on the patch. But now Challe throwing down 2 warheads, still making tomahawks. I have no idea why you would make tomahawks against Goon Skirm. I would just spam forest flowers away, and they can kill those skirms quite easily. Not to mention, these skirms are really heavily upgraded. They have advanced arsenal cards, the speed card, the flintlock, the French infantry card, and his own infantry hit points. And also he has all the cards for his units. So those are 198 hit point skirms right there. Which more reason to actually not make tomahawks. Not having infantry rifle, counter infantry rifling yet, but I expect if he sees this tomahawk mass, he'll probably get it quite fast. Scores evening out a bit now, Challe being up in the Fortress Age. Probably also because of the big button boost, but I'm not sure how useful these tomahawks are going to be. Those goons can just shoot the tomahawks, those skirms are just gonna melt this mass. If he micros, he can kill like 7 tomahawks at a time, almost. And Aizamk keeps raiding like all over the place. Now scouting the walls a bit. But Kaiser having a little bit of trouble getting his eco up. Ace still on 5 banks, by the way. Hasn't shipped the church card, hasn't shipped any of the Bank of Amsterdam cards. Rotterdam and Amsterdam. Challe being on 63 bills, Mitoe 34 and 8 banks. So Mitoe's eco is about the same compared to Ace's with the factories. But now Mitoe being in the 4th age as well, gonna send those factories, gonna boost his eco by 14 vils even more. And once he has those guard skirms, they're gonna have a lot of trouble killing those. They're gonna have like 234, 43 or 34 HP. And then if Kaiser can have like a decent mass and age himself, I think they're still in a good spot. But Challe is still making tomahawks. Now building some Hyena, just make forest prowlers. Like there's still few. He has 2 mines still on the top of the map in his own base. There's no reason to make tomahawks right here. Like if they get in range with the skirms, they do okay. But I guess just don't. Just don't make them. Now 8 forest prowlers being shipped. Kind of quite weird choice of shipment. I guess he shipped all eco cards he could before he shipped units, which is Challe. But he's gonna try and push in the base again. And now Aizamk with a 4 heavy cannon and 2 mortar push coming in. Those curls need to be careful that they don't get sniped, and those heavy cannons need to be careful that they don't get sniped by the curls. But he spotted them. He's gonna get it on them. It's 34. He's gonna lose his kills, and then he has to make more kills because he has a lot of hits that those guys can kill. Those Hyena have 215 HP, almost the same HP with the hero as a skirmisher. It's also because of the boost by the hero, and now they have a lot less. But if those 4 heavy cannons can get one volley off the skirms, then you're gonna see like a very satisfying feeling. Where is Mitoe's Art Foundry? I think it's gone. He tried to build one on the right side, but that didn't really work. And France he's in trouble. Like he has no plantations. He just has one. Trying to rebuild all of his infrastructure on the right side. And he has how many vills? He's on 48 vills, which is not that good compared to all the other civs. Which is I guess it's fine because eco just sucks, but he wants to be on 60 or 70 fills. A little bit of a lag spike here again. We can see Aizamk dropping here, but he's still in the game for some reason. No idea how that is possible. Oh, I forgot that Kaiser had the water. He has like probably like 16 fishing boats as well. I'm curious to see if this is going to get better or not. This can go on forever, I think. Oh! What? What just died? Challe deleted like 50. Deleted 50 of his unity. Ah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Are you ready?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Yes.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25.
Are you ready?
Yeah, probably like 30.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so Mitoe deleted 35 of his own units out of yeah, just being fair. That's really respectable. It's now 5 culverins in the field, and those skirms can shield those up. And now it comes down to micro. Who can micro their cannons the best? He needs to make sure he doesn't get in range of the heavy cannons. And he needs to make sure that he doesn't get in range of the coals. He does have line of sight of the coals, but they're gonna get a shot after they lock on. Oh, now he knows. Now he knows that he has 4 coals. Oof. And the hero just didn't get his snipe off. More heavy cannons coming in from there. They're probably gonna kill this entire mass. And now now Challe coming in with his tomahawks, but those they have now countering and Ace just lost his entire army to 4 kills and some skirms. Those 7 tomahawks being very brave, trying to reach the back of the base. Mitoe shipping 2 heavy cannons now of his own, after shipping like the bank card for his banks, which give him 20% more gathering. And now Mitoe switching back into Hussar, which is quite nice. He can just send those to the back. Just make the goons chase and then kill the skirms with more reinforced units. That's what I would do. It forces the goons to go chase all the way to the back. And then there are no goons in the front. Those Hyena doing actually quite fine against those skirms. Really surprising. They cost 100 food, okay? Like they're cheap, rather cheap, not cheap, but they're just good for their cost, I think. Right now with the hero at least. More Hussar coming in, but he can't just stream him in like 8x8. He needs to wait a bit for like 8 more, and then he can go in with the Ayana to snipe the goons. I would like to see Mitoe actually mixing in some Reuter. He sees that Kaiser has a little bit of trouble getting his eco up, making sure he has units. So I would like to see Mitoe mixing. He has the eco for it. Like he sees Kaiser is floating 5,000 food. Yeah, but this is what I said. He can't stream those Hassin 8x8. He needs to go and kill, go in with a mass. But I think now Kaiser losing like all his CDBs and the mills that we're probably gonna see. Where are the stables? Where are Mitoe's stables? I want to see stables. Now the frigate's gonna come in and save those CDBs again. Does he even have a DC? Yeah, he has one in the back. And now Challe made the dock and trying to take back the water. And that frigate, if it dies with the CDB, that's gonna be hilarious. If he gets right. Mitoe is still having a good skirm mass, but I think Ace is just keep making SR. So just mix in like 20 rotors and just get out of your base instead of just kiting against SR needlessly. Halvermaan and Mocha trying to defend this off, but those canoes are just really good. Kaiser now aged up to the industrial age. Mitoe shipped a factory wagon, which is being that's not very good. But with this wall being back up, he can just put these skirms indeed behind walls. But those walls only have 1500 HP. That's gonna go down really quick because industrial has siege quite fast, as you can see. And then he's just gonna go for the hills again. The frigate is away, so he can't really save the CDP again. So he's just gonna go and kill all of Kaiser's CDPs, which is really annoying to rebuild. He's only has 1 TC. So Mayana being idle over there. And I think, yeah, I think it's just over. Like, Challe took control of the water again. Kaiser trying to make some canoes, but not really gonna do that much against this big mass of everything that Uruguay is throwing at them. Mitoe still not making us himself. Oh, now we have base gen coming in. So those walls have now 750 HP, but it's gonna take a long time to rebuild this wall, like double. And some, like 2 Hus sneaking back in the base, but they're gonna get caught by those guard dragoons. I like that he upgraded them immediately. I think Mitoe is actually feeding him a little bit. But now that he lost his water, he still has 5k food, so he can still replenish his bills. But oh. I think that like 20. Oh, one more volley. Oh, that was very satisfying to watch. Like seeing 20 skirms being blasted at once. Meanwhile, Challe, killing the dog of Kaiser, is gonna clean up all the fishing boats, gonna take control of the water. Can even just take water control himself again. He's probably on 99 fills as well right now. Yeah, exactly. His eco is set up. Kaiser is on 26 fills. He has 3 fishing boats left. He has a 28 fill eco. Mitoe desperately trying to keep spamming Curve and Skirm, and then the goons from Kaiser. But I think once the water control has been stabilized, we're gonna see like some stuff being dropped here, and then sieging from the left side again, and that's gonna be really annoying. Scores not that bad actually, probably because of the factory and the age up. Chalet still building in the Fortress Age with 99 vills and 2000 wood. And still a mine next to his TC. So why don't you just put like 20 vills in gold and age? But okay. Um, three three privateers being shipped. And the yeah, they're gonna just don't do it. I would have preferred him to have saved up that card. Aizamk took the trading post. Yeah, I forgot about those. He could just get all 3 of them and just have like 12 more builds. But right now, I guess they're both stabilizing a little bit. I guess Chalet is. Ah, get in, get in! Oh! Oh, those curls just sniped the near. Oh! Oh, yeah, they do a lot of damage to those ships. Like they do 500 damage each. So they do 2,000. They one-shot like. Yeah, they absolutely 2 curls just one-shot. And I think the heavy cannon that was inside it just died as well. Little bit of momentum back um, for Team Kaiser. I guess he's booming again, but quite slowly. Second TC now. Probably need a third TC and then just spam vills. Gain this side of the map again. Put like a big wall over here. Just double wall it over there. Chalet gonna lose his warships to those skirms. I'm not sure why he's so afraid of those. He probably wants to kill this army first, but the skirm mass is just incredible right now. Why is Chalet not aging? As you can see, Kaiser lost 66 CDBs and is now banking a little bit, like his food bank is almost out. So he has to start gathering food again. And he's doing now so on the right side here, but then putting a TC there, but he just walled it. Just go and wall. On the other side is kind of maxed out on eco. I think he added like his banks. No, 6 banks only. Why don't you send? Why don't you send the other bank? Probably doesn't have it in his deck. I guess he doesn't. Now curses are on the map. Not sure if that's a good choice right now. I would have liked to see him boom a little bit more first, and then with the remaining stuff that he has. Um, he can um, drop some curse. But now Aizamk is building skirmishers. He kind of has the same upgrades, except for the native upgrade, I think. So they do just fine against these skirms, and now finally he's mixing in forest prowlers, and finally he's also aging. That looks like a nice investment. And we can slowly see both players like creeping back in onto the opponent's team, while it was pretty over a few minutes ago. Team Mitoe just fought back, and it's looking pretty good right now for them. A good goon mass, a good Gendar mass. They can tank against these Streliots. The Culverins are gonna serve as anti-cav, and those skirms are just very, very strong. Um, and what does Challe have? Like, he has force prowess with a lot of upgrades, not upgraded yet. But where's his hero? He needs to get his hero back. That hero just gives him like 224 HP or something. And the thing is, now that Challe and Ace are on the back foot again, they need to do something, because once France gets into late game attack, like the mills, plants, and everything, if they get it up, then that's gonna be pretty hard for Euro to actually contest. We also see that Challe didn't really make more fishing boats, so he doesn't have 4 or 6 whales to gather off, which I would have liked to see. In this case, he's on 140 pop, but imagine if he could have kept spamming like forest prowess non-stop if he had the little bit more gold income. And we have another lag spike coming in. Um, hmm. I'm gonna take this drop break to actually eat a little bit of chips myself, because I haven't eaten anything, and this game took a little bit longer than I expected. So I'll be right back. Yeah, so apparently um, it's back, but I'm still eating. So, we're back. You can see the curse are gonna come in. As I said, they're gonna actually kill this entire army. There's no anti-cam on the field. Those gendarmes are actually fully upgraded. They have 925 HP, even with the re-upgrades. Look at that. They're just gonna melt to this curse. And what does Team Ace have right now? I think they're just gonna die because they haven't walled, so he can just run his curse in. Mitoe is Imperial. I would have liked to see him feed Kaiser first and then run Imperial himself, so he can get more of his gendarmes out and stuff. Because Imperial is not gonna do anything right here. And he should just keep feeding Kaiser until he's back at 80 fields. He's almost there, 30 more, which is gonna be like, what is it, 30 seconds to build a CDP or 25? I'm not sure. Some Colonial Kanya coming out. Not sure what they're gonna do. Um, look at this. Look at this. The build wall time. It's so much better. It's so much more balanced. You're not supposed to be able to draw down a 7.5k building in less than 2 seconds. So, yo. So what do you do here? Buy time again. Wall up. Um, tech up. Challe needs to. He has 25 vills dancing on this fire pit, but that means he's only has like 70 vills gathering. Excuse me. So that he should actually just start water again and go like that a little bit. But now Chalet is actually cornered and he's fighting with Colonial Kanya. Those gendarmes are just gonna melt these, even those champion Kangas. They serve as stacks in general, so skirms from Mitoe was like probably like 8 or something. Are just gonna shoot away force prize and then everything that's gonna come out of here is just gonna melt. Even though with these 54 force prowlers, they still only have 214 compared to 35 rhinos. But with the hero, they're gonna have like 46, which is more and more attack. So these skirms are actually better. It's the same as super. It's putting it back like this, put it in stand then massively. He can actually fight this, but I think now also riding school came in for Kaiser, so he's gonna have his capital. His eco is probably also up. He is on 60. It's just 7 days. Yeah, now the tides have turned. France Dutch is just gonna roll over everything. Yeah, we get the GG right here. Really, really nice game. A 47-minute games.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of even, I guess. As we can see, Aizamk was on ahead in eco like entire game because of his really fast industrial age. Um, and then we can actually see that France is catching up again, but Chalet caught up with France, which really surprises me. Vill count. Look at this Vill count. Oh my god. So many Vills lost. And then Ace maxed out at 15 minutes, and then for 30 minutes he didn't lose a single Vill. Um, what the hell? How can he make? It's fishing boats. Yeah, a really nice game. What's resource distributed? 10,300. That's okay. He has 10k unspent, which could be going um, to Kaiser. He's probably spamming from 3 Rexes at a time, but he could have dropped like a fort and the 2 stables even. Because Dutch only has 50 vills, and the rest of their eco comes from banks, so they have like 150 military pop, which is quite nice late game. Um, yeah, it was a good game. Okay, I'll turn down the game sounds a bit again.
Yes. Zing!
I think this should be better for game. Yeah, it got all messed up. I hope this is okay. So we're gonna go in the. Yes, I am. I'm Team 3. Welcome back to the the Generals Table 2v2 Tournament. This is the third and fourth place match between Kaiser and Mitoe. Let me quickly erase the sound again so it doesn't mess up everything. We have the matchup is in the top left corner we have India played by Mitoe and the Russians played by Kaiserklein. In the bottom right we have Aizamk playing as the French and Challe playing as Russia. Uh, France-Russia, I really like that combination. Why? Because Russia gives France the opportunity to get everything they need um, in the game. They give time to get their Huss out, they get map control, and they put pressure. And then what does France give to Russia? Lag, apparently. Ah,
Yes.
hmm. Yeah, not sure how we're gonna solve the lag issues. There's quite a distance between these players. Maito is Canadian, Kaiser is probably in France right now, Ace is in Malaysia, I think, and Chalet in Sweden. Yeah, that can happen. We see Maito losing his hero already, one of his two elephants, but picks up a villager treasure. It's gonna be quite nice. He can just put down his aggro right here. It's a really good spot actually, between the trees and the mine. Gonna cause a lot of padding issues for Hazard to come in. I was talking about what France gives to Russia. France, Russia needs a tank. Like they have a giant infantry ball mass which does good damage, but has not that much HP. Um, Strelets have 85 HP. Yeah, um, without the card, not sure. Musketeers have 120 instead of 150. Um, so they need something in front. And most of the time in 1v1 it's going to be Cossacks, but in 2v2 you kind of want a big infantry ball mass, so they don't add Cossacks that's early. So France just throws the Hussar in, and then the infantry the infantry kills the anti-infantry, the anti-cavalry from, in this case, India, and then just smashes everything that Russia has with heavy cavalry. Um, I think I prefer to be Russia-France in this case because Russia can does have the 8 Boschimban as well. They do have a really good early eco. They have good map control because of Russia. Um, India, on the other hand, does have an aggro fort, but I think they're gonna go for a Zamburak Strelet here, which is a Goon Strelet combo, which is cheap and very cost effective. But once the army gets snared, there's nothing to tank, and you always need something to tank, and it's gonna be either Sepoy or Sowar, um, or even yeah Rajput, but Rajput are just too expensive what they do. Um, so um, they need a tank, and the sepoys die quite fast to Strelet's musketeer, and Zamburak don't tank. So once the Hussar get on top of the infantry ball of Kaiser's units, then the other team has a really great advantage. Um, Also, India doesn't have that much good heavy cavalry. They have Sowars, which do fine. Which do fine against Strelets, but not that good against musketeers. Um, Hussar in general, they are a lot beefier, a lot tankier, and they do quite a good job. We can see here Challe going for a 17 village up like he always does. Challe plays Russia a little bit different than other people. He likes to play really greedy and aggressive. Really greedy and boomy. As you can see, he shipped eco theory instead of distributivism, which gives is a wood trickle. Um, so he basically he shipped 2 vills, but every time he builds 3 vills, he's gonna have basically um, a third of a vill. So every 3 batches of vill, he gets an extra vill. That's basically it. So after 9 vills, the card probably paid off. Which is nah, it's not true. That's not true. That's yeah, it's just a, it just needs time to pay off. That's the point. Um, You see, that's why we also see like in-base blockhouse from Chalet. Probably gonna throw down a second one. Gonna protect France's hurt so they can get their Hussar out. Um, 4 for Ace. Probably gonna see um, probably the Wood Trickle for Mitoe or 5 Sepoy. Um, and now 5 Cossack coming out. They're gonna idle those CDB a little bit because of Chalet not having units yet. But if he, uh, but like if he keeps his Hus here, those Hus aren't gonna do anything because he's building one, two. He built 4 blockhouses. Okay. um, Combining it with 5 Cossack. Text completed. Chalet is hunting dogs. Kaiser is hunting dogs. Also Gangsaw. Um, Kaiser got a TP, and they're gonna go for Sepoy Musketeer Strelet, Cossack ish. And those Cossacks are gonna get caught. He's gonna lose at least one. If he pulls back, he can save 2 more of them. And he pulled his Musketeers in, which is quite nice. And now they have to go back. But I don't think they can really fight under these two blockhouses. If he calls Minutemen, oh, he shipped 4 Costa. I would have expected 13 Strelets actually there. Um, why would you ship 4 Cossacks in this case? You see they go Musketeer Seaboy. Why would you ship 4 Cossacks? At least I think they scouted the aggro. I'm not sure. But in this case, the hero is snaring the Sepoy, and the Minutemen doing great damage together with the TC. They're actually gonna clean up everything over here slightly, except for 7 Sepoy, but there's more vills streaming in, and we have a nice lonely villager there running towards the blockhouse in the TC. Wants to get out of there as soon as possible. Um, is shipping 700 gold. He is up to the Fortress Age already. And they held pretty well. 3 Hus, 9 Cossack and Minutemen. Yeah, I guess that's a fine trade for 5. For Yeah, that's not so even, but okay. I guess they held, and he's now up in Fortress, and he's gonna have access to Dragoons. He's probably gonna go Mass Treaded right now, and there's another Leg Spike.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to update the score. Sorry. All right. um. So Aizamk up in the Fortress Age. Holy shit! Shivers. That's loud. Thank you for the donation. I can't see exactly what it is because I'm tabbed. I hope it's appeared on the screen. Um, a side stable. Okay. Kaiserklein is getting the 2 trading posts though, and he already has stagecoach, so he probably wants to go and siege that down. But that will cause, yeah, not sure if that's a good idea. If he gets caught there, it can be quite nasty. But Ace has now 15 Dragoons. He probably shipped 5, made 5, and then another 5. Um, and now I would like to see him get 2 Falconets and then push out. I'm not sure why he's pushing here yet. He's probably going to add Zamburak. And Kaiser's going to add Cossack so that he doesn't have to go into Sepoy, and then he can go into Gurkha Sepoy. Second Rex, little wall to block off like any side raids-ish thing. Um, he made some Cossacks out of the stable, and now we're gonna try and fight to raid. He probably killed a Vill over here. Um, and now a side stable as well from Ace. 1000 wood, okay. He wants to get the map. Sure, but I think they should try to break this first. Um, the important, he can put his TC there, but then they don't have the middle, and I think the middle is where everything's gonna go down soon. Um, Challe, oh here's his TC. Okay, I would have liked to get his side of the map actually, because if he has to defend here and his Vils there, oh. 13 Strelets, a lot of Sepoys, a lot of Cossacks, some Musketeers. I think it's go time. As you can see here, the hero going in, snaring. No Boyars yet for meter player, my favorite card in the game. Those Cossacks become so good when they have Boyars. Those Strelets have 85 HP then instead of 72. And they're kiting quite well, but if once this is what I said with the combination, but it's vice versa now. Um, oh, the two Felix. Yeah, and now they're going on to the wrong side. These Hippos can actually just walk in and just don't care about those. They have 198 HP. And he can just walk up there, shoot the Falc, and then come from the side, and yeah, just kill this entire thing. Yeah, I would maybe they should have shipped 2 Falcs earlier and gone for a little bit faster push, but as you can see, like he went 5 Cossack, 4 Cossack, 13, so that's 700 gold, while Kaiser has 2 TPs in the back, and it also reflects in the score. He's about 40 score behind right now. And now Ace is gonna raid. That can be nice because they have nothing to catch that. But once they just decide to go, hey, yeah, just right click his base, then yeah, then those goons need to come back. They just can't keep raiding. The Cossacks trying to get a raid on the left side, but they're gonna get caught by the Dragoons a little bit. Gonna lose 1 for free right there. Oh, and he's gonna lose 2 Dragoons to the Sepoy. And now it's right-click time. Oh, the Strelets on the wrong side, getting caught by the Cossacks, and I probably think we're gonna see a GG here. There's just too much stuff overall from Kaiser and from I think the trade with the Falconets was really bad, and that the overextension a little bit wasn't also that good. And Ace is on berries as well. He has a hunt down here, but decided not to go there. And even if you have like a 10 gendarme switch here, or 13 even, there's not enough anti-heavy infantry to actually kill the Sepoy mass. And these Strelets can just go and run and shield the Dragoons from actually doing damage to the Sepoy. And he's just gonna kill these blockhouses, kill the house, kill the TC maybe, and just keep streaming in units. Challe is floating 600 wood. Zamburak raid on the left. Those Dragoons getting shielded off by the Strelets very nicely. I would like to just siege with the Sepoy. Like those Strelets can shield enough. Minutemen trying to fend this off, and Kaiser is even up to the Fortress Age. We're gonna see 2 Falconets and upgrades for his Strelets. And I think, yeah, that's gonna be it. Challe keeps raiding though, which is quite nice. But at some point they have to have a good mass to actually kill this instead of keeping the raids up. In 3v3 it's quite different because you have 2 players massing, but if one player raids, then the other player can't 2v1 for that long. 2v3 is a little bit different, but yeah, I think this is gonna be a GG. Even a Seeper raid on the left. That Cossack found the CDB on the mine, so he can just send some more. Um, and yeah, once Russia has the same score as you, then oh, 3 Falconets, okay. But he, ah! Okay, that can work, but they can just go in, to be honest. Ah, but pathing issues. Now, if these 2 Falcons can just shoot one of the Falcons, that would not. No, he's just gonna lose him. He can just sacrifice his Strelets for that. If he can just those Strelets are super cheap. Um, I should go put them in hand combat though. Gets 2 of them, 1 Falconet left. And now Opry is coming in, trying to raid and close out the game. Strelet Combat coming in. Now those Strelets have 121 HP, which is really good for such a cheap unit. Um, uh, yeah, I'm not sure what you can do here. As France has no TC, has no map. Yeah, one TC on the left, but they have no map. He can just go raid with those Opries on the left side, and I think this is gonna be the game-ending raid. That's gonna cause them to resign. Yeah, good game. Not. I think it was basically yeah, you can look at it from 2 ways. If you go for this fast fortress thing defensively, then you have to push immediately. I don't think you can get away with 1,000 wood and try to get the map because the opponent already has the map. Um, so I think you should either push fast with the 2 Falconets, break the forward base or the aggro even,
Yes.
and then get the map behind it and with the push. Because now, like, look at the awkward spot where the TC is in. Like, he could have put it here or there, but it would have been a lot better if he could have put it there, which would secure like the entire middle of the map. Um, Again, Kaiser putting a TC in the middle of nowhere, protecting the hunt, I guess now. Yeah, it was a good game. We see Kaiser having most eco. Wow. Yeah, probably because of the stagecoach. As you can see, yeah, look how the graph goes like in little waves because of the stagecoach. Um, Mito lost quite some vills, but I think it didn't really matter. Look at this timing. Um, it's a nice age of time, 7:45, but I think 2 Falcons and 10 goons would have been enough to actually hold. And then a little bit more musketeer-based army just to protect the Falconets and add some Cossacks. Um, but yeah, it was a good game. Oh, oh, that gets me every single time. Thank you for the donation. I don't see your name. ESOC is very grateful for your contribution to their tournaments. Um, I'll try to shout out your name at the end. So I have a little bit of Civ juggling here again. Excuse me. Hey, hey. Oh, we have Otto. Hey, hey. He's gonna petard rush. I bet $5 in it.
Yes. Yes.
So, welcome back to the Generals Table 2v2 tournament. This is the match for the third and the fourth place between Challe and Aizamk, Kaiserklein and Mitoe. The matchup is going to be Ottoman Portuguese for Challe and Aizamk, and Kaiserklein and Mitoe are playing British and the Portuguese. Um, this matchup. Um, let's start with Brits. Brit does have longbows, which do very well against everything that Port can throw at them, except Hussar. So we're probably going to see a lot of longbows and a lot of dragoons for Team Kaiser and Team Mito. And Ottoman does have Abus guns and Janissaries, which can be very annoying to deal with early game, but I think longbows do very good against Abus gun when they're in decent mass. So what I would expect is a little bit of H2 play here, like a 5 Hussar semi from Portuguese into Fortress Age, and it is 3-0. I forgot to change it. Um, from the Portuguese players, so they go into Dragoons, and then the British player can either stay H2, add Hussar, and then play it from there, or they can H themselves, go for veteran longbowmen, veteran Hussar, and Falconets, and push the Ottoman back a bit. I think Ottoman is the strongest um, on in this case in H2 with some Hussar, doing damage with the Abus Janissary combination, as it is very hard to deal with early on. Later on in the game, it gets a lot weaker because of the bigger mass and the better composition the players can gain throughout the game. Um, but I think this going to be very interesting. Also to mention, there's a lot of fish and whales on the right side. Portuguese players are both on the outside, so we can probably go and see a dock being thrown down for both Portuguese players, um, as I think it's a really nice boost in general, and you don't sacrifice that much units early on. What have the players picked up? Um, 40, 40, nothing. 80 wood for Mito, which is quite nice. It's gonna boost him a little bit. Let's quickly check the map. One mine, two mine, one mine. Second mine's quite far, but I guess it's for both. Where is his mine? Um, it's not really missing. It's just far. As we can see, we're probably gonna see a really fast rush. Why? Because Aizamk is doing a 10-10 build, and Challe is already up to the colonial age as well. And Aizamk aging even faster than than Ottomans. Um, with the trading post, what Aizamk likes to do is go for a crossbow pike 10-10. And then we're probably gonna see Janissaries from Challe. um, no forward vills yet, but here they are from Chalet. And where are they from Ace? We're probably gonna see like his second TC somewhere here to gain a lot of map control because of his fast age, um, and the fact that there can not be units already on the map. Azamk is trying to scout if there's a dog down for either of the port or Brit player, but he doesn't seem to be. No. So Ace just throws down a dog himself. Um, he's gonna have 400 wood from his agent. Probably gonna make a racks, a boat, boats, and a few houses off of that. Is he gonna put his TC on the side of the water? If so, then yeah, he Mido is gonna scout it. Do they have a water deck? Yes, he has two caravels, and he also has two caravels. But as you can see, he scouted DC going there, so he didn't want him to actually scout the dock. But he should know actually that if it's going here, he should expect like a dock or something being there. Um, we have no first shipment for Kaiserklein, which is quite common if you don't have a trading post in the early game. Um, and look, look, this is quite a nice boost. Like he had to put down his TC like pretty close to his second one because the hero was here, and because Azamk aged quite fast actually. He thought that yeah he's gonna rush us. So imagine if his TC is going up like somewhere here, and there are 10 pikemen suddenly sieging your TC. That's another big deal. A little bit of mind games right there. Well played. That's a quite nice advantage because now the TC is in his base and is not covering like a hunt or a mine or anything like that. 5 Janitaries out for Chalet. Gonna put some pressure uh, on Kaiser. He's gonna get this 160 wood treasure. That's a quite nice addition to his rush. Wood being, of course, a very valuable resource to have. Even gonna kill the explorer. Gonna be 45 extra HP, and if this one comes in and he's snare, no, that's Ace. Sorry. Um, for Hussar, um, normally you can get 5 out with the 700 gold. Probably like a little bit of miss macro because of the yeah, just miss macro. And now we have 15. What? How many gens is it? 15 gens. Yeah, with the hero it looks like more. Um, 15 gen and 3 Hus even. A lot of pressure. And longbowmen on the field, but those 3 Hus like he scouted this pretty well with Kaiser's hero that the Hus were there. So he needs to be careful not to lose his longbows. These longbows can just pick away at those Janissaries, but when they start to commit, those Hussars have to tank against those other 3 Hussars. What is Ace doing? He's just going full water boom, enjoying his water. Mido shipping 2 caravels. Gonna contest the water probably a little bit, just delaying him. Um, As I'm going really greedy, 700 wood and then rendering plant, which increases gather rate for fishing boats by 20%? 30% even. Ooh, OP card. Um, which makes him basically like standard vills with no hunting dogs ish. A little bit less, I think. Berryville. That's kind of it. Now Azam shipping his own 2 caravels. Um, trying to deny the dock, and he's gonna actually deny it over here. Quite nice. And then Chalet just rushing with the Alderman Janissary Hussar combination. But in the meanwhile, just say, oh, you can go there. We're just gonna siege your FB. We don't care about that. And it's actually working. Because there's first of all there's no anti light infantry really. except for those 3 Hus. But Mitoe adding 5 pikemen and those 7 Hus are just gonna do fine right here. The only thing that's gonna be quite annoying are those caravels here, denying the dock from Kaiserklein, and he's gonna put it down again. Probably gonna ship his own 2 caravels. This, yeah, he has his 2 galleys. He killed the market. I guess he did some fine damage. Um, And yeah, this is quite nice. He's just gonna cut off the Janissaries, snare them, kill this entire army, and then push himself. He needs, yeah, yeah, those Janissaries are all dead. Um, nice micro here. Hussars tanking against the the Hussar from Challe. And I would really like to see a stable from Ace actually, and just make like 5 Huss and not just let Challe die. A little bit out of sync there, but I don't think this is really a seasoned duo. They haven't played that much, not that actively. But in like Ottoman now has what does Ottoman have? 18 vils, that's actually nothing. 18 vils compared to Milo's probably 35 vil eco-ish. Yeah, 33. Aizamk actually on 59 vils. Let's say it's 45, 50 normal vils. Um, and is he close to aging? Yeah, he probably is gonna ship 600, 700 gold and then age. He shipped Colonial Militia. But now Kaiser's probably just gonna ship gold of his own, or 600 gold and just age. And we have a 3 caravel push coming from Kaiser. The 2 caravels of Maido have been taken out, and we have some dead vills over here. And the Abe is getting caught actually by Hussar, but Janissaries, those few Janissaries shielding nicely against those, but those longbows are just gonna pick away at those Janissaries, and then those Husks can just keep going. But look how good those Abus guns do against those Hussars actually. They do siege damage instead of range damage, so there's not gonna be that much to wait, what? I have no idea what I was saying. Um, they do siege damage instead of range damage, so they do a lot more damage to these Hussars because the Hussars have range resistance and not siege damage resistance. So they actually do true damage to those 40 true damage to those Hussars. Um, I would expect actually to see advanced dog coming from Ace. This that just really does the deal against this caravel push. But and I would also like to see a dog from Maido. I'm not sure what Maido is doing. He's probably just getting the map, booming a little bit more, 150 pop. Yeah, he's shipped 700 golds, going up to the Fortress Age right now. Kaiser in the meanwhile is already up. And Challe is trying to boom more than 25 vils right now. Still has 2 TPs. Doesn't have stagecoach yet. So he's gonna not. They're not gonna benefit that's that much. Kaiser only has 1 TP. You can't get this TP, so getting stagecoach on this map is probably not really worth it unless you have, yeah, 3 versus 2 is 3 versus 1 is okay. Milo not getting a trading post yet. Challe killing 2 Vils of Maido. And look at this forward TC, pretty risky, but he knows he can get away with it because he they if they push out, then yeah, then there's no way they can actually do, kill this. Six caravels for Aizamk. He's just gonna kill all these 3 Falcons, gonna secure the water, and then try to play from there. But the problem is that Challe's eco is just horrible. What Does he have hunt? He just has hunting dogs. Like he has no placer mines, he has no steel traps, he has no wood income. Mito is floating 2,700 food, which is pretty interesting. Um, it's a little bit of miss macro there, but I think in general Azamk has just secured the water for himself and can now freely gather on there and just keep booming. You can see it in the score. He's 197 score against 174 and 161 of Kaiser and Midos. But Chalet's score is not that great. If you combine the two, it's gonna be around even, and the economic population is also even. But I wonder how long Azam can go 2v1, and I would like to see Chalet go H3 here and just drop down TCs and start making vills and boom. Um, Alderman is not really a civilization that can stay H2 for very long, if they don't have a partner to help him. And look at like he has like 40 longbowmen right here, and they can actually just do fine against his army. They're not gonna trade that well because Abe's guns are just so good, but they're just gonna do fine against this. Um, 5 dragoons for Kaiser, and the lag spike again. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the leg's gone, I guess, gone, just away from now. Um, Mido up to the Fortress Age. Aizamk is industrial. Let's see how hard he can carry. With his water eco and the 3 TCs just spamming away, I guess he can carry quite hard. But he only has 4 vills in wood, and I would like to see him go like a little bit more heavy on wood for his upgrades. Um, These Dragoons probably have Caracol already, yes, and now he's gonna ship the probably the factories first. Probably the factories first, and then the Jeanette's cards. What's it called? Genitors. Um, Hero nicely being escorted by Fire Dragoons, trying to get his TC up. Kaiserklein also Industrial Age. Let's see the eco difference. Azamk on 48 vills. I thought he was on more vills than that. He probably lost some. 55 vills for Kaiser. Gonna spam vills from 4 TCs right now. He's gonna be at 99 vills in about 5 minutes, which is quite nice for him. And I think, but with the C eco, Ace can just feed Chalet into third age, fourth age even, and he's already in the third age. So we're gonna see veteran Abe's guns, veteran Janissaries. Um, what did he upgrade though? But these longbows, look at these longbows. Longbows in the standing position do just so well against any unit because of their high rate of fire and their high damage. Like those Abe's guns are just getting wrecked right now, and I don't think he should actually be fighting this. Um, I'm not sure why he pulled back. He can just trade against the Aegis guns because the eco of Chalet is so much inferior. And as you can see, Azam just donated like 2,000 food to Chalet, and that's probably gonna be the rest of the game. Um, like this because he has about 50, about mm, maybe 10,000 food, and those villagers getting raided a little bit. Um, but the longbows coming from the right and the left. Dragoons now for Kaiserklein. Um, gonna snipe the 7 of Aizamk and killing it. Now he finds his TC. Wonder what Ace is planned to. He's getting the Rebolt upgrades for his organ guns, which is quite good. Um, he has so much gold income right now as well from these whales. He has all the fishing upgrades. He's in a really good shape. Gonna add 2 barracks. Um, gonna add some Cassadors. Gonna add the church for the mercantilism upgrade so he can get more experience. Having 2 factories. Genitor is probably gonna come in soon. Already in right now. Um, Probably gonna see the Jeanette upgrades quite soon. Actually, ooh, look at these longbows. Like he just lost like 7 or 8 dragoons there for free. Like he didn't kill a single unit. And those villagers on the left side of Mitoe chopping away on a tree, gonna be disturbed by like 20 Aegis guns with cannons shooting at them. Trying to split them, but Hellas gonna go into a mine with more villagers, so it's gonna be scouted. Kaiserklein going in for a raid, gonna snipe 2 vills building a third barracks. And now it's push time. Like they know they have to do something. Ace doesn't have that many upgrades yet. 5 rebolts coming out of the artillery foundry. Is it? Or is it from... It's from an art foundry somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. But they're gonna do really good against the longbows. But those longbows in this amount of mass, they can just snipe the rebolts really if they are in the split mode. And now this is go back time. Challe is coming in from the back. Um, and now I really think that seeing these 3 Rexes from Aizamk, he should actually just go Hussar, add Hussar. There's not really a Hussar switch coming in soon. Those longbows needs to go guard, so Mitoe is going industrial. Veteran Cassadors, guard Cassadors being researched. Guard Spahi from the age up of Challe coming in. I would have preferred 1,000 gold, which is going to be a lot more useful for him to actually boost his eco. But I would like to see them done this trading post actually. Mamelukes. Not sure if that is worth it. If he's going industrial, why not just get the factory and get your eco up? Challe now has his 30C almost built. Gonna be spamming vills for free out of 3 TCs at a reasonable good rate. There's no 34. He's 34 fills. Oh my god. Ecos are still quite even, but Ace's eco is just far, far ahead. He needs to be careful that he doesn't lose those Mamelukes or those Spahis. Azam typical drag box, no control group unit movement. Not really pushing yet. Yeah, he's gonna get a few kills on those longbows, but in the standing position, they actually do even fine against those Mamelukes. Look at how fast they die. Now Jeanette Dragoon researched. Mitoe in the 4th age now to get everyone in the 4th age. Challe gets fed into the 4th age. But I wonder how long Ace can carry against 2v1. He's gonna go up against 50 Dragoons and stuff, and he still has his water eco, so he should stop making vills. He's on 104 vills right now. Yeah, 114 vills, excuse me, which will result in 14 less military population. And if you're 2v1, you actually want a lot of military population as well. I would even prefer to kill some of those fishing boats later on to free up some pop space. Kaiser trying to transition into plantations and mills. He's doing fine at the moment, but that will mean that he will have not that much gold and um, food to spend on uh, on units because of his transition. Aizamk transitioned quite nicely already. He just needs to build mills because he has so much gold income from these fish. Um, and a wall coming up for Mitoe, a wall coming up from Kaiser. You can expect like a galleon here soon with some Huss raids from the left, from the right side. But at some point, both of these players, both Mitoe and Kaiser, are gonna stabilize with 99 vil ecos, and then um, late game, Portuguese and British do a lot better than Port and Ottoman because of Ottoman's weaker eco. Um, and now we can see. I would really like to see the guard upgrade for those longbows. He's been in Fortress for quite some time now. Probably gonna get his idle factory fixed soon. Um, those two rebolts sieging the TC, and those Minutemen actually killed a rebolt right there. Um, Aizamk is just gonna snowball. Like you can see here, his gold income is just insane. I would really like to see him feed Challe a little bit more, so he can get his eco up. He's probably on 40-ish vils right now. 46 vils, yeah. And now his first factory comes in. Probably didn't do the mercantilism upgrade yet, but I think if Aizamk sends him like more resources, it will be absolutely fine. The problem is that he has so much villagers that his military population is actually going to be a lot less than it could be. And 3 rockets now from Mitoe. Probably gonna push back. I would like to see Mitoe add like a little bit of Hussar, some guard Hussar, some raids on the left, some raids on the right. Just don't just keep in one place and stand there. And we have a leg spike. Oh! Yeah, the lag is really annoying. Those longbows being guard now, the dragoons being a really good anti-cav and even an anti-anything right now. I would expect to see Mitoe 77 fills. I would like to see him. Oh, he has 3 TCs. He's gonna spam on 3 TCs right now. Aizamk adding the natives. That's really nice. They're gonna be really annoying to deal with. But right now, all Challe's Abyss guns are gone, and he's on 80 pop. And Aizamk still floating 2,000 of each resource constantly. I would really like to see just feed Challe a little bit more so he can stabilize a little bit more. He does have 3 TCs, but he probably doesn't have that many upgrades yet. Oh. And as you can see also in the score, like Kaiser is slowly creeping closer to 585 score of Ace. But Ace keeping them busy, being really annoying on the sides with those outlaw blowgunners. But I think at some point Ace is gonna have to go and decide whether he wants to go full military pop or full eco or land eco, because 80 population against like 200 isn't gonna be that good. The military population is still quite even right now, but I think that's a little bit of a mistake, like because of Ace having like so many so much stuff. These longbows are getting killed by rebolts. Quite a nice trade because Mitoe is quite low on resources right now. It's either well macroed or not that well. Um, he's either well macroed or not. That's the thing. Um, this wall can be finished right now. Mitoe added the Carib settlement. I would really like to see at some point just try and contest the water again at some point. Just be annoying on the right side. Challe creeping up in score, slowly catching up. But at some point, I think they should add Hussar because there are not that many Dragoons right now for Ace and Challe. The longbow mass is slowly shrinking as well. But Ace could just go Imperial actually and spam Huss in their eco because of the not finished wall yet. But I would really like to see like 10 Huss right now. And here they come. A little explorer raid, a little bit of cuteness. One Vil of Mitoe shopping in the back of the base. And now Challe and Ace are gonna move forward. And but like these longbows have so much range and they do so well in a standing position. And right now, yeah, this is what I said. Like 20 Hussar. Now, just charging forward, there's no single anti-cav unit for Ace or Challe. And they're now guard Hussar. We might see now. This is the momentum they need. Like they need to keep Ace's eco low. They need to. He has still 3k of each resource, but he doesn't have pop to spend it. Like he probably has like 10 goons in queue right now, but like they're of no use here because they come 10 by 10 and they just get killed 10 by 10. So he needs to mass. He probably needs to put like, yeah, these stables should be rallied here and just mass again. But this momentum is really good. Like they have to keep this going, keep raiding, get the Hussars in. Probably add like 2 mortars to actually kill some of the buildings. Mitoe should just add 2 mortars. He's on 4k wood right now, and Kaiser, on the other hand, is pretty well macroed, and more Huss coming in. These Huss should go to the side, try to raid, try to get something done. Now we have Besteros on the right side and the Petards sieging the wall. He's gonna have to send like 10 Huss back for that, or just rally his next Huss there. He's on 177 pop, so he can just do fine right there. Challe is on 66 Vils right now, slowly getting his eco up, but he's getting there. I would really like to see some raids on Challe's side as well. Like he knows there are Huss there, and he's rightly doing so. 10 but I actually think that the momentum the momentum here for Ace, for Mitoe and Kaiser is just too good. Oh, the Black Riders though from the right side. He's gonna have to build Dragoons for that. He killed like a fair amount of Vils, which is really annoying. But like on the other side, he is on 180 pop. Like what can he? He can make 10 goons and that's it. And he's going up to the Imperial Age. Like, well, what do you gain in the Imperial Age? You can age with 10 musks and 1 heavy cannon. Yeah, sure, but there's nothing really for you there. Meanwhile, Kaiser is just spamming us like crazy. As I said, it's like these 10 goons are not gonna do anything. He invested too much pop space in these Black Riders. He's gonna lose his factory. And Challe, what's he doing? Building some Abus guns. Okay, I would really like to see him build Huss right now as well, just to try and kill a little bit of the longbows, just to buy time. But if you're gonna lose both his factories, might not be a problem because he's Imperial, but he can send them again, I guess. If they're gone, no, I'm not sure if that's possible. Now Hussar being added for by Ace. And now he has like 30 Huss like just in the back of his base, and all these longbows are gonna die, which is a little bit of missing. But he could just go raid with them. He has to force again some goons. And now we're gonna go into a more of a 1v1 situation. Two rebels gonna, if he scouts it, he gonna kill it. Ace lost 2 factories. He's Imperial. But he doesn't really have the resources to actually upgrade all of his stuff yet. So, and these walls need to get built right now. Some vills going down here and there. Aizamk killing vills with Cassador in the back of his base. Mitoe just running around a bit, and now Challe's eco is formally up. He's shipped all the eco cards, and he's gonna start pushing forward as well. And I think that push in the back of the base that gained the momentum for Mitoe and Kaiser was held really well and stopped that momentum, and now they can just stream in their units with their superior ecos. Kaiser is floating a lot of resources though. He probably wants to go Imperial, but I think he lost a lot of units. He lost like 50 vills in total already. And now he has 73, so he lost like 26 vills. I would like to see Challe wall a bit though. Like imagine if like Kaiser decides to run 50 Haz in his base and just kill vills. And now this is Ace. This is Ace's thing. Like a few units of everything. Start punching away. And I think yeah, it's at some point there was momentum, and at some point Mitoe and Kaiser could have won the game if they made the right decisions. I think Kaiser made a little bit too many Hus at home and should have sent a little bit more up, and then I think they would have been fine. But Mitoe still on 6,500 wood. Scores are pretty even though still. Yeah, it's about the same. It's 200 different, but now you can see Ace's Team Ace's eco pop just going through the roof. And now Kaiser is Imperial. There's some longbows here idled. And sorry, I was just daydreaming a bit. I think this is probably gonna be if Challe can keep Mitoe busy and Aizamk can push through, then I think oh my ears. Thank you Queen Valket for the subscription. If I look quickly enough to obs, then I can see what's up. But yeah, he's slowly pushing forward, and he has his Rexes up. He's gonna just keep creeping forward, and these are Imperial Castadors. Imperial Genets though, but yeah, he needs his upgrades, and now he shipped 2 heavy cannons to push this back a bit. But as you can see, like Challe pushing through with this giant Janitor Abyss Hussar mass. And Chalet's eco is a 99 drills probably, getting fed by Ace as well. And I think we're gonna see a GG here soon. Unless they can hold. And even if they hold, they just come in with more stuff. 5 spies. 4 spies here, and where's the other 5? Now more Hussar streaming in. Abe's count is getting a little bit low, but now Ace is also just running in his Huss, and he just needs to hold this position, and then they can push this position, and then I think it's gonna be over. These Dragoons have 460 HP. 460 HP. Oh my god. They only have 200 HP or 250 HP less than a Dragoon. Than a Hussar. That's just insane. And they have 20% range resist. Why do Huss only have 20% range resist? Mitoe desperately trying to wall and get wall himself in again. He held for now, but I think there's so much stuff coming in, and now the Dragoons for how does he have so much Dragoons? Oh. Mitoe pushed through though, like he's safe for now, but I think he lost a lot of vills. Yeah, he's on 78 vills. He lost 20 vills. And this can actually go forever if both teams stabilize. Then yeah, you can only have 200 pop on the board. So and as long as your eco can support 200 pop, then yeah, you're absolutely fine. And I think Mitoe didn't make another unit than a longbow this game, except for 5 pike, I think. Yeah, they're getting really far behind right now, but yeah, as I said, if you can't break the military pop space, then you can't really win the game. And don't forget that Ace doesn't have his 2 factories anymore. So that's -7 bills. He's actually getting quite low on resources. But he's now adding Hussar again. And these longbows are actually super cost effective. And behind the wall, I think they can buy enough time. Oh, this is exhausting. Another 40-minute game. um, Ace is probably gonna lose his position. He's probably gonna have to remass like a little bit back, um, and then try to come back from there. But if he gets, like, if they can 2v2, like, I mean 1v1 and a half, then that's actually totally fine for them. Like, Kaiser only needs like a few bows, a few longbows, and he needs only 50 longbows here and 20 goons, and he needs only 30 right here. So they can keep pushing, and once they get into the eco, then it's gonna be problematic. Now Mitoe is adding champion shark teeth. um, yeah, so they're just creeping forward like every single inch, and it's gonna be the team that gets to the other team's eco first that's gonna win the game. Now Kaiser and Mitoe have stabilized, gonna get their walls up, and it's gonna shift a little bit again. Castles don't do that great against everything that they're throwing at them, so they just need to try and keep going forward. Five falconets, okay. That might turn the tide a bit. 7 in total. Challe is still not in the Imperial Age, by the way. Yeah, it's a team that can hold, that's important. And now Mitoe has to add gold, but he has no gold, so... I think Aizamk is in a little bit of trouble, actually. These longbows needs to go forward, these shark tooth needs to go push his eco. Yeah, and it's shifting again, but it's gonna be the eco that stands, that keeps hold. Mitoe is Imperial right now. Aizamk is pretty low on gold, actually, and if he trades bad against this, then he's just gonna die. These 10 goons are gonna snipe the falconets. The shark teeth are gonna come back. On the right side, monitor being made for Ace is gonna try play a little bit, be a little bit annoying with that. Where's the factory? The factory is on the inside, so there's no way you can reach that. Yeah, now Mitoe is stable again, and on the other side of the map, Aizamk is stabilizing again because there was more stuff needed on the other side. he needs to control his longbows and he needs a little bit more Hussar. Stable's coming up in the front, gonna start spamming away. Oh, and they're calling GG. So, yeah, I don't think that was over, but I think because it's been such a long series that it's been a 3-hour series already. Um, that it's gonna, yeah, um, but they kind of gave up a little bit. I think it wasn't over yet. Challe could have gone Imperial, but then again, yeah, he had no wood income and all that stuff. As you can see, Aizamk like almost doubling like Mitoe's eco, going up really fast. Like he was in 100 vils at 15 minutes, and then started spamming units. Um, yeah, it was a good game, but I don't think it was over yet. Could have been played out a little bit longer. But I think, yeah, the military population never got higher for Azam against 70 because of his giant fish boom. Um, yeah, it were pretty close games. Um, Let me quickly go through the tabs. Resource TB is 7,000. Experience, timeline, fill counts, buildings. All right. I have to go now as well. I'm really happy that there was no game 5 because I wouldn't have had time for that. Um, Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for the donations, for the subscriptions. And I'll see you guys next